Welcome back to Key Arena. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Cinder and Sind. We get ourselves a sniper. I couldn't ask for more.
This is one of the more interesting drafts of the main event for sure. There were a couple of big surprises going into it. I think we were looking at each other and talking, how good is OD actually going to be here? There was not the last pick we were expecting. And then when they pick it, the counter pick from LGD is going to be the sniper, who is one of the few heroes in the game who can actually beat OD in lane. And I believe that's one of the main reasons for the pick here, is that they want to play Rabbit up against Mushi on that lane. And in addition to that, when you look at DK's lineup, they will struggle to get in and catch off a sniper with their picks. They don't have any sort of good initiation mechanism in their draft.
Here we go. They're setting a bit of an ambush here. DK have not been spotted out by the Radiant Vision, but they're about to. Lanham will be revealed, and he doesn't actually have boots, so he can't get in close on LGD. And with that, we'll see if there's any action. DD's moving in. They can tango through here, but they don't have much to jump on DK, and you're up against Chilling Touch. Do LGD make this move? A one team fight at level 1. It could just be game 2 in the bag, but they're not going to risk it.
DK's level 1 fight would have been way superior.
Yeah, you've got Chilling Touch. It's always going to be tough. And with that, I guess we can introduce the teams. I'll start with LGD. They're up 1-0 in the best of 3. We've got Yao, who will be handling the Doom. That will put the Viper in the hands of Lin, and we've really seen LGD swap their roles around quite a bit in this series. DD will be playing the Sand King, the Scarth Mage for DDC, and it actually puts Rabbit onto the carry sniper. We saw him on the Bat Rider yesterday. To me, LGD have shown maybe more versatility in their core roles than any other team in the tournament.
And over for Team DK, Mushi does not get the lane I was expecting him to get, which would be against the sniper. But Viper is also a great lane against OD. I am, of course, talking about the mid lane for him. In the top lane, it's going to be iceiceice playing on the Tidehunter. And then an interesting aggressive trialing here from Team DK with Ancient Apparition, Wraith King, and Razor played by, let me just find the MMY.
Bit of D-warding. Actually,
MMY, Lanham, and Burning, respectively. Sorry about that.
No, okay.
Now, an interesting thing about this tri-lane is, usually when you play tri-lanes, we're going to see a little bit of an opening here in MMY. Just harassment from DD. He's going to have to back off now as Lanham rotates down, but...
Oh, are they going to go for this, DD? DDC? No, not quite enough damage.
Generally, you'll be skilling Chilling Touch on level 1 on AA for try versus try, but he's holding onto his skill point right now, since arguably the best ability in the game to combine with Cold Feet in the lane is Wraith Fire Blast. It's a 2-second stun into a 2-second slow. So unless you have some sort of blink ability, which the Radiant safe lane does not, they can guarantee themselves a Cold Feet proc should they land a Wraith Fire Blast first.
Yeah, one other thing I want to mention quickly before the bloodbath that we could have bottom breaks out is that Yao actually journeyed all the way deep inside the Dire jungle to the camp near the top rune, because they blocked off this particular camp, the big camp near the lane. He wanted to get a creep early, and he does get an Ogre, so he gets the ice armor, and against the physical damage that a Tidehunter's Anchor Smash brings to bear, that's going to help him out quite a bit. The analyst mentioned this is normally a very good lane for Tide, and it still should be a very good one, but not quite as one-sided with him getting a creep early on.
He wasn't satisfied with his performance, so he decided to leave the game instead. Now,
GG.
The one thing about the lane, though, is if you get the Ice Armor on Doom and you want to keep it up on yourself, you don't have the mana for Devour. So it's kind of a trade-off where you trade survivability for gold. And Doom is one of the heroes that doesn't like playing from behind unless he absolutely has to. And this will be a lane he will lose for sure. You already see the Tidehunter 7-2 against the 2-0 for Doom. It's not just the matchup, it's even the Doom being in the off lane. So Tide also has the lane advantage here. But I don't think spamming Ice Armor here for Yao is the right call. I think it's better for him to take the little bit of extra damage he's going to and then make sure you get every single Devour off that you can, so that you get to transform into a kind of a strong mid-game here, which LGD will definitely need him to be. When you look at DK's lineup, this is one of the strongest mid-game drafts I think we've seen in the entire main event.
With a lot of potential to go late, whereas LGD going for the last pick sniper, it's obviously a fantastic carry hero. He can offer, I think, a bit more than people realize with Shrapnel, as they make a move in on Burning. Just some harassment here from the Skyrath, but end of the day, Sniper does best when he gets lots of farm and lots of time to secure it. So I definitely agree with you. DK's mid-game looking a bit more fearsome, and a lot of it will come down to this tri-lane. So far, LGD not giving anything up. They have two squishy heroes in the Sniper and the Scarth, but they're also difficult to track down. The Sniper is sitting far back, and he's already got a point-and-take aim, which allows him to just stay a little bit farther away from any potential jump. And as for Skyrath, he's got very high move speed, so nobody's an easy kill unless they walk out of position. LGD still playing this one very defensively, and in terms of farm, Sniper's doing well, 5-3. He's also nice against the Razor, and you just can't get in range for Static Link.
Now we saw this counter pick from, it was Navi, I believe, in the playoffs, or very much earlier.
They ran it twice in the tournament. I believe they won one and they lost one.
Yeah. And it was indeed a counter pick to Razor in one of the games. He was just outranging him, didn't really let the static link bother him at all, like you said. So interesting to see this from LGD, and I like watching try versus try lanes because there's so much explosive potential, and any sort of small misstep can have a huge impact on the overall outcome of the lane. And at the same time, when you're playing a very static lane like this where no one is taking the initiative, it's so much down to the perfect timing on last hits where you not only attack with your hero, but you combine all your attacks at once, making sure you get as much as possible out of it.
I want to point out that LGD got dewarded earlier, so they don't know about this invis. They also don't have a top rune, and this could be a turn. Lanham coming in from the backside. DD's going to look to commit, and they're going to skill up the Chili Touch and now go. And they jump in on Rabbit. He gets blown up by Lanham. DK get the jump. They get two. Can they get more? MMY dropping low, not dead just yet. One more right click will do the job. And there is Sandstorm here. Maybe DD can survive. He gets stunned. It's too late. Sniper, can he finish it? Rabbit's chasing, but he's got to be careful. Sniper can very quickly get turned on. And DK, they start off red hot here.
I don't think they couldn't have hoped for a better rune and a better usage of that rune than what Lenham just gave them.
It really goes back to the D-ward. Without that D-ward, that never happens.
Denied.
And when you're looking at try versus try lanes, if one team comes off to a great start, you usually completely snowball the lane. So the safe lane of the Radiant will either have to pull up some amazing plays now, or they'll have to rotate, which is a big problem for them, since where would they go? If they go top to the Tide, iceiceice is already level 5, he's going to do great against the tri lane.
They're actually winning both solo lanes right now. And they're winning the tri lane. Yeah, they're winning the entire map.
It's looking really good for DK already 4 minutes in because of this 3-for-1 exchange they got in the bot lane. And the supports for LGD, I think, are already in a hard place where it doesn't really matter where they go, it just seems...
They're going again. Smoke up from DD, he used the smoke.
They get this, which they will, Burning's gone.
Oh, that's a big kill. He's already level 4. And that Spirit goes right back the other way.
Yeah, they saw the opening. Wraith King was not on the lane. This Radiant Ward right here giving a lot of intel for them about what they can and can't get away with, so...
And now he heads mid. Oh, can he find a kill here? Currently, your Viper's actually posted up, but he's very tanky.
Mushi's very close to level 6 though, and Viper has about 0 intelligence after the next Astral, so yeah, this is definitely going to be a kill if Mushi wants to go for it, and it looks like he does want to, but playing it very carefully here.
And the thing here, Send, is you mentioned that lane ward. That means they might not know exactly where Lanham is, but they know he's off the lane right now, and so it should be Lin playing very cautiously. Tucked away near the trees, it's a difficult dive. So what do you think after that turnaround? Is that enough for LGD? Do they need to make more adjustments after giving up the 3 kills?
Now that they got 1 free kill back here, I think they're still looking okay in the safe lane, and it's...
Mid lane.
Yep.
They have gone in. They found Lin with the stun, but the TP will come. Lin drops. Mushi finishes the job. And the TP from DD, is it going to be a time? He decides to run, but he's going to pay perhaps with a stun. Jukes it nicely with the Sandstorm. Mushi, not going to commit too much for that one. So they get another kill mid.
What I'm surprised with is that DK decided to leave the lane with Lanham. I think after they got the 3-for-1 exchange, they could have kept the pressure down there, and the rotation mid, like you said, wasn't really necessary. Mushi was doing great already. He was even winning the lane. Of course, he doesn't know the farm of his opponent, but he should have a general feeling of how the lane is going. Now, moving Wraith King into the fog is the big play for DK, where they take him off the map, but he doesn't go to the mid lane as he did, as there's a Ravage on top. Yao is gone. Easy kill for DK with the rotation here. So, when you take a support hero like Wraith King and you move him into the fog and you know that LGD don't have any vision, he could technically be close to the mid lane or close to the safe lane. So if he just sticks around in the bottom lane outside of vision, they can't really go for the aggressive play they did down there where they got a free kill. So, but then again, at the end of the day, Lanham just secured Mushi a kill in the mid lane, so all in all, definitely big advantage for DK at this point.
It did cost them a Ravage, which means Yao will have an opportunity here to get aggressive with Doom. They try to dive Lanham a bit bottom lane, throwing out the concussive shot. Can't really commit too much on that one. And it looks like they do want to make that play. This is the second smoke, I believe, from LGD. DD did use one earlier when he descended on bottom with the Sand Cane, and they got the Razor. And they'll make their move again. Doom at the ready, killing the OD with this meta start. He's had a really good time of it in the lane. Very important. Mushi's playing back, and well, is there anyone who can counter-initiate? Really not besides the Tide. So if they can get the jump on him, he's pretty much dead. Maybe they get a trade, but that's going to be it, and they're ready to jump. Mushi just out of range. The smoke's running out. They've got to go soon, and they will go now. They get the Burrow to start. The Doom to follow. There is a bit of a turnaround here from Lana, but it's not enough. Mushi will fall.
Oh, I got the
LGD's right back, but he does drop with the deny. Lanham also on the retreat out. Can DD get the kill? Getting turned around upon a bit. No, not enough. They still get another kill. It's a 2-0, 1 denied, and do they look for more here? Burning's still a lot of damage, and that's going to be it, at least for the dive. LGD now got to get out.
DD's in trouble, yes he is.
Strikes back. So a 1-for-1 with an extra hero kill, but it wasn't denied. And it did cause them a doom.
Still great rotation from LGD. This is the kind of play they need to go for. Like you said, the Ravage is on cooldown, so any sort of TP support from iceiceice would have been pretty underwhelming in that situation. And they want to get a comeback in the mid lane for the Viper, so killing off Mushi here, very, very important.
And now they're going to make a rotation towards top. Burning actually does walk past the Radiant Observer Ward. This will be spotted out. He turns on his Reina Basilius, and it appears they want to at least apply some pressure to this tier 1 tower. They'll just, wants to go for a smack, but can't quite get the range. Still though, the sniper pressure has been relieved, and you know, whenever we look at this hero Sin, his biggest weakness is just how squishy and immobile he is. That's why you see players normally build things like Phase Boot, sometimes Mask of Madness. I've even seen snipers occasionally go Blink Dagger in competitive, just so you're more difficult to lock down, but he hasn't really been pressured since the laning stage. He's found some recovery farm. He's actually the lead farmer.
Way better farm than Burning at this point. So they ran the aggressive trial lane into the sniper and got a good start, but since then Rabbit is now 24 CS ahead of Burning in an 8-minute game. So the rotation of Razor to the top lane makes a lot of sense since they want Burning to make a comeback here, but overall the trend here is that iceiceice has a lot better farm than Doom, but Sniper with a lot better farm than Razor in this particular game I think is a good trade for LGD. As we talked about a little bit earlier, DK don't have the best tools to deal with the Sniper until they start getting something like a Blink Dagger on iceiceice so they can catch up. There isn't really any sort of good gap closing mechanism for them when they go into the fight.
And now the smoke. They've made their move up the top river, DK have, and they look for the jump on mid. Lin is sitting here. He does have a Doom, but no mana for the ultimate right now. If they get in, there's just no way to turn this around. Not without a full commitment from the supports, but he's getting a bit nervous. He's backing off while iceiceice is roaming through the Radiant Woods, thinking about joining this fight. And they've spotted out some rotations.
Sees TDC, they also see him. A lot of things coming out here.
Oh, we all see each other. Uh-oh, iceiceice. Well, DD, he's getting caught. Remember, he's got Ravage. Backup can come, but they doom him. That means no Ravage. He's out of the fight. So they get the deny at least. iceiceice on the run. Mushi comes in. He's got his ult ready. Astral there to buy him some time. Keeps him alive for now. And now Mushi finishes off DD. He looks for more Ravage, force the TP out. There's going to be Ravage soon. Very soon. Not soon enough. He won't fall, but Mushi's going to go hard in this fight. Has a haste turn at the ready. The assassinate cooling down. And in the end, it's a 1-for-1, but again, it cost them the Doom, which means now they can go really aggressive with the Ravage. It's kind of a push counter push.
He never even showed up for the fight. It was a 4-on-5 with a Doom tied the whole fight, and DK still get an even trade. The haste run on Mushi really important for the outcome of this fight. He could play aggressively as he wanted, knowing that the moment Doom is used, there's not a single counter to his haste rune in the fight apart from a Sand King stun, which was already used in the beginning, so he had a lot of freedom to play around. Loved the play from Rabbit, by the way, to cancel his TP. He was trying to get out of the fight, realized there was turnaround potential, secured the kill on the Tide, and at least got them a 1-for-1.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm curious to see what Rabbit's going to work towards. For now, just sitting on Phase Boot Aquila, up to 1,200 gold. And his main priority is getting out of this bottom lane because the push is coming. iceiceice really diving him. And the one thing when we look at sniper picks as well, Sind, is his laning's a bit weak. He's pretty squishy, but his biggest problem normally in most games is that he's just very easy to jump. If you have any Blink Daggers on like the Wraith King or the Tide, you just go on him and there's normally not much you can do. But so far, there's no real jump on DK. They don't have any blinks. Only the 4 stats so far on Mushi's OD.
But they will be getting them soon with the rate they're taking these towers. That's the second tower in 11 minutes. They aren't even trading much for it here in the mid lane. There's going to be a little bit of damage done by LGD for the tier 1, but I imagine they're not even going to get it down to half at this point. So DK...
LGD got to get out. They got to be careful. Mushi's coming in, and he can slow somebody down, prevent the retreat.
Shrapnel's good, though.
Yeah, it's very surprising when you see players skip that. I think Havos actually just maxed his take aim in one of the games, and it does allow you to sit a bit farther away from the fights and play it safer, but Shrapnel actually does a lot to push. It's kind of like a worse version, I guess, of Pugna's Blast, but it gives you some extra benefits with the vision and the slow as well.
Is under attack.
I would say it's a way better defensive skill than Nether Blast is, for sure, because you can cast it from... the cast range on this ability is insane. I can't remember what it is, like 1,300 or something.
And Mushi's looking for something top here, but DD will burrow into the trees. He forces in. He's going to find him. Oh, actually self-astrals. DD's just chilling in the sandstorm right now. He couldn't target him, and they've got no detection. Lanham almost died to the creep wave for that one. Wow.
Very timely Sandstorm by DD.
Good reactions there. But DK will look to make a timely rotation of their own. They're trotting towards mid and they smoke, and they just sentry, so they know there's no vision that can come from LGD. As the dive begins, they find DDC. Insta-Ravage, it only connects on him while they get the Skyrat for sure. But that's going to be it.
Oh,
Adam's looking for more.
Yes,
very low. HF Virginal comes through. He connects on two. And yeah, will do on Bernie, but after got the static blink, so he keeps on draining damage and he keeps on hitting harder. Assassinate does the trick. Rabbit finds one at least, but still a 3 for 2. They need more than this. 2-hero burrow. Great play by DD. iceiceice on the run. Can he get out of here in time? They need the vision. The shrapnel just enough. This sniper keeps on chasing, blinking away at Lanham. But now he's got to run. Mushi's here, and Mushi is not happy with what the old man with the rifle has done so far. He'll settle for DD, and the Sand King will fall. Gets cleaned up by a stun. In the end, it does cost him a Wraith King ult, but a 3 for 2 trade.
But Rabbit once again getting out on the sniper. He's building into a Hand of Midas, which he'll have in 50 gold. So LGD looking to definitely go into the late game, which I also think favors them more than aiming for effective items in the mid game. They're going to have to rely on great positioning and just good decision making to manage the mid game. Any mid game item on sniper is insufficient anyway against the raw power that DK has. Is that a 13-minute mech on AA?
That is 2 towers, and he's sitting 2-1 and 6.
That is really early.
And the other concern now is there's also a blink
earlier than the Viper.
He has bought a few extra items, but yeah, nonetheless, really good start. Let's see. Tower denied. Not forget it. Now Lanham is way out of position. Easy kill. No way. No. He's able to live through it. Possible 6 charges. It's Yao who's in trouble as Burning finds him and just goes to work with the lighting. Throws out a plasma field. They counter initiate on this, and there is no Rabbit. They may lose the Razor. And they will. LGD fighting the trade. And they also take the tower. Was not able to deny it in the end. The Wraith King went for it, but just a little bit too slow.
I think Rabbit was sure that Lanham was going to die as well. I believe he was in range for an assassinate and didn't even use it because he was expecting Lanham to just get blown up. They had him in a really bad spot. They used the the Skyrim ultimate as well on top of him together with the Viper ult, but Lanham tanked through all of it. I guess it was the mech coming in from MMY as well as a lot of one charges at the same time, keeping Lanham very healthy there. So DK once again, I guess, still win for LGD. They got the tower, didn't get denied, and they killed off Bruni.
Yeah, my one concern is just the map control that they're forfeiting for this. They've lost 2 towers, and they've only taken the tier 1 mid. And now DK clean up the Ancients. They're a lineup that can go Roche. They have Mech, they have the Skeleton King Lifesteal, already level 3, and OD, who very quickly chews the Roshan with the pure damage from the orb. So I'm really expecting DK to make their move to that pit soon. They haven't done it just yet. In fact, they are grouping up now, though, and they feel pretty confident about this one. Into the pit they'll go. There is a Doom ready. Big thing for LGD is there's no blink
far away. He can't even make it there on time. If they could intimidate DK and buy some time here, or at least trade for a tower, I guess that's okay for LGD, but they are picking the ball.
Can they actually kill this one off, though? They have the max shrapnel now. Rabbit will throw it out from range.
Why will ult it as well. Ice Blast is available.
Wow.
He might just be getting this for free.
There's just nothing LGD can do. They need the blink on the Sand King to go in here, and they're just going to have to stack it. Once again, the dire advantage coming into play. Then again, we say that this last time these two teams faced in Game 1 yesterday, they had every Roshan and it wasn't enough. So don't count LGD out just yet. As DK, they'll make their smoke. And they walked up the ramp before doing this one, and they're plotting a course straight for Rabbit. Oh, Rabbit,
oh, he will.
You gotta pop quickly, buddy. Tries to TP. They don't even need the Ravage. Great patience from iceiceice to hold that one, but they won't find any additional kills. The thing is, now they can go for the tier 1 mid.
He's level 9 on the Sand King, by the way, so doing great as far as experience goes in this game, 16 minutes in, and only 300 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and pushing a little bit of, putting a little bit of pressure on top, I should say. But yeah, DK will be defending this tower at some point, or
they're looking to let Yao
get a lot of damage.
They're looking for Yao in the jungle. In comes iceiceice. He can Ravage for this, but he doesn't want to waste it on just a Doom. Not to mention the Scorched Earth. DD trying to be cute here. Well, he'll barely make it out in the end. Looks like. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's caught up to the tower. Oh! Flash auto attack not going to connect. Thanks to the Sandstorm. Mushi still chasing him. Will he find the kill while that's happening? There's a bit of an engagement mid. And they did Doom iceiceice, but looks like nothing else happened on the back of that.
And that's a big problem for LGD. This is their most important ability in the game right now. I would say the Doom has to be used correctly in the fights, and with it on cooldown.
This is go time. There's no Sand King Blink either with that death. He's only got 1700 gold. It's another crucial moment. A big kill for Mushi, and they're getting aggressive here. They're really committing to this push. Mushi's coming for the backstab. He wraps around on the OD, and he finds one to start it off. He's going to ask for the Viper, and now iceiceice looking for a good Ravage. He finds a decent one. That's on 2, and they'll be cleaned up here. iceiceice on the run, though. Ravage trying to run him down. The Sniper's found a target, but now he's the one being targeted. Mushi going after him really aggressively. Can't finish the job yet. Looks for the Viper instead. The Orbs just chopping through him. HF Original as well. That's gonna hit 2! Snaps through the Sniper's armor. Doesn't finish off Lin. But it's 3 down, and the Doom who has the buyback as well. So make it 4.
And the tower will fall as well. This is under attack. A dream fight for DK right here. iceiceice even surviving that with a last second blink up to the high ground and TPing out.
And now they've got a blink on the Wraith King, and this is where the game gets really hard for Sniper. Wraith King jumps on you. They have no way to really remove his mana, so he's guaranteed to get reincarnation off, and you can't run because he's going to stun you. I'm very worried for LGD right now, so.
He could initiate on anyone he wants.
Yeah.
The best thing that can possibly happen to DK is that he gets doomed. So he can just jump in, choose a stun target, they can follow through the way they want. If LGD choose to turn on him, they all get slowed from the ultimate. If they don't turn on him, it's a free kill. It's the ideal situation for Wraith King to be in 80 minutes, and as a support is exactly where Lanham is right now. He doesn't need anything else than the Blink Dagger. 18.5 minutes in, it's looking great for DK. They're already 10,000 gold ahead of 12k experience. And you know, LGD overcame a disadvantage like this yesterday, but the draft was very different, and I think it was later on in the game that they started getting far behind, so.
And especially for LGD, they just don't have the kind of push they did in that game. They had Lycan, they had mass auras, and it was ultra late game. If DK play their cards right, they're going to be looking to end this before it gets to that stage. LGD did smoke towards top. As you see, it still affects Yao, but the rest of the heroes revealing themselves. They're trying to go for a bit of a trade here. Still not confident in their ability to take fights while the Aegis stands. Mushi never lost that one in the engagement mid.
Dire's top tower
we should also say for Mushi, he has how much intel right now?
Is under attack.
105 intelligence in the 19-minute game. He went for the Mystic Staff first. This is pretty much the only hero in the game who likes to get the Mystic Staff as the first component for the Scythe of Vice.
Yeah, it's actually 115, so it's even more painful.
Radiant's bottom tower
You've got Doom with only 33, Viper with 41.
Wow. My
36
math was awful yesterday too.
I think I had some facepalm math moments earlier this tournament, so we'll call it even. I mean, nobody's really cracking 50 mana here, or 50 in, I should say. The closest is Skyroth with 52, but I guess the short way to put it is Mushi officially has the hammer online, and he's about to bring in the Hex as well. The claw and the hammer, and Lanham's the blink. He gets silenced, but he runs right in. Can they kill him off quickly? No, they can't! Say hello to iceiceice! Ravage connects on 3, 4, and now they're going to drive him back. So of course, not a BKB for burning. The Wraith King almost popped as well. They only get a Viper for this. About as good as you can hope for LGD, to be honest. But they look to turn it now. Blink and burrow forward. Now the Doom on Mushi as well. Remember, he's still got Aegis though, so he's going to stand and fight this one out. He's okay with giving up his life because he's got a second to work with, and they brought down 3. DK, it looks like a good trade for LGD, but losing those additional 2 heroes no longer the case.
This game is now completely falling apart for LGD though. It's too very unnecessary. I understand that Sand King really wants to do something here, but did not pre-channel the epicenter for the Blink Burrow. He just blinks and burrows and hopes there's no detection in the Sandstorm, but DK were ready for it. They have the gem on MMY.
It's a very different kind of draft we've seen from LGD, and I think they played it well in the lanes, all things considered, but when we look at the games they had yesterday, Sin, they felt like they were at their best when they just had aggressive heroes. The Centaur for Rabbit or Lin, the Invoker, where they could just set up kills all around the map, and this lineup is much more passive in the mid-game, especially with how the lanes went. But even if they went well, Sniper just wants to sit back and farm. Your Doom and Viper can go for kills here or there, but not too much, and they're going to fail here on the B-ward. Bit unfortunate. They're really bottled in. You just look at the Dire Vision in general, and they've got a complete minefield of vision entirely surrounding the LGD base. They're still looking for kills, though. Mushi has the Hex. He's going to go. Hammer deployed. And then away to safety up to the high ground. Now from the back. Lanham comes in onto DD. He stunned the Sand King, but not going to go any further.
Did he Astral and ult and one shot?
Yeah.
He didn't even attack first, right?
He didn't even use the Hex. He just went for it. I think it was one Orb Strike, then Astral, then ult. And the Orb alone was like a third of his health.
Okay.
Just straight, well, I guess...
22-minute refresher ult.
I guess we know who's getting doomed in the next fight if this one's spotted out. But if it's not, and he gets off both Ravages, that's probably game. Like, with that, you're breaking the base, no question.
So I said yesterday when LGD beat DK that it was the biggest comeback of the tournament. If they win this, that's even bigger. This is reaching impossible territory. I think this is even harder.
This is much more one-sided as well. That game, the gold lead was only like... It was only like 5,000 until like the 25-30 minute mark. Then it started to snowball, but a bigger gold lead that late into the game doesn't matter as much because relatively speaking, it's not as much of a proportionate difference.
And one more weakness we haven't really talked about for Sniper is he needs farm. He's fragile in the beginning, and he needs a lot of farm.
Yeah.
His hero doesn't really get strong before he has 2 or 3 core items generally. So in comparison to a lot of other popular carriers, you could say something like a Morphling who just has a Linken's, or maybe Linken's E-Blade.
Yeah.
Sniper with the same net worth as a Morphling with Linken's E-Blade will generally not be as strong and have the same comeback potential.
Dire's
so
top tower
Rabbit
is
has
under
gone for
attack.
full farming build. He went Midas into Yasha, which is pretty much the fastest farm-up build you can get on Sniper overall. He's still going to need another 20 minutes before he becomes very relevant and dangerous in the fights.
And it's all about having a front line when you're Sniper. You do not want to get caught out close, and he might get right now. Bottom lane, there they go with the stun. Rabbit, isolated, and then instantly dealt with. DK, it's a recipe for murder. And they put it together perfectly, but...
And meanwhile, on top lane, Mushi's going to hex up DD. 2, 3, 4 attacks. Will be dodged.
Oh, now he burrows into the trees. He can go for a TP out here. He's trapped. There's no OD ultimate for now. The Force Staff cooling down. The Blink Dagger also cooling down to DD. He can blink a TP away if he needs to. It looks like he's going to live. Straight up north, and away he goes.
Very nice escape from DD. Finds some space too, but unfortunately not for the Sniper since he's kind of not on the map right now. So.
But yeah, the other thing with Sniper Sen is you really need a good front line. And I don't think LGD's front line is that tanky. You've got Doom with an Ogre Club and Viper with a Mech and an Ogre Club. These heroes are still going to get destroyed by the OD, by the Double Ravage, by the Ancient Apparitional. They can't really go in, but they have to because of the fact that they have a Sniper on their team.
But at least the draft from LGD, you can see the point and what they were aiming for. It's not that the picks don't work with Sniper. I think this is a great thing to pick Sniper into. It's the farm. It's the farm. It's the map control being completely dominated by DK at this point, and now the top tier 2 as well.
Tower is under attack.
Will be their last remaining tower on the map for LGD, and it's going to be claimed now by DK. I don't know what you do at this point for LGD. You do have a level 2 epicenter. I think this is the only possible combat is with a massive one out from DD.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, and that's up against Double Ravage. So if iceiceice even gets a whiff of it, just throw a Ravage, then rearm and refresh and go for it again. But we'll see. For now, DK, they only take the tier 2. They've not turned the high ground yet, and they're going to wait for this next Aegis to do it. It's into the Roshan pit that Mushi goes. He'll have some backup here. Lanham about to find Rabbit, and he'll steal his Ogre. Steals the creep and lets Rabbit TP away. Didn't actually see where he went, but they'll go for the pit instead. And with this Aegis in, you got to imagine DK is once more onto the high ground for them, and an attempt to just end this game 2 and force it inside of game 3.
I just want to see Mushi get his ultimate off. It's going to my dream for that fight.
We're looking at
like 2 or 3 years. He can almost one shot.
It's 147 into the shot. You've got 40. Yeah, 44 on Rabbit. 55 on the hit hero the Scarlet made. So Viper sitting at 41, DD on the Sand King at 42, and Doom at 37. So you might just one-shot 3 or 4 heroes with this, or bring them down to very low speed. And it's too late. It's already too late. Lanham goes in. They've gotten the Aegis. Now the fight breaks down. Ravage number 1. He gets it off. The Doom's too late. It'll stop the second Ravage. But what does it matter? One was enough to drive them back. Lanham now chasing out, be forced to TP away. Looks like he will make it out. Rabbit also scattering the winds, and Flynn will also escape. Now the Sandcade, can't get it off. It was a good effort, but...
Sanity's Eclipse is going to be one of the most satisfying abilities to use in the game when you're far ahead on farm. It's just, you feel like, it really is the phrase drop the hammer that we tend to use on that ultimate. It's just,
it just has that feel about it.
It really does.
Dire's bottom tower
Mushi has to be feeling good about himself.
The concern now is there's a second Ravage that iceiceice can use when he respawns, and there's no Doom. And it's just so hard to get it off. Yeah, and they wasted the epi as well.
LGD's chance of defending this base right
Dire's
now pretty much relies on
fallen.
getting a single target out of position and bursting it down with DK with Assassination and Mystic Flare. then hopefully they can buy enough time to get the epicenter available again. But it doesn't look like DK is going to give them that time. The Aegis is on Mushi. He's already very tanky. Don't underestimate the armor that Outworld Devourer has, actually.
They should wait for the Tide,
15
though.
armor.
And they're going to wait for the Tide. Going without him would just be a really, really risky play. But they do get him now, and Sin, I want to point out, it is in fact a Blink Dagger from the Sniper, so if Rabbit's very quick, maybe he can blink out as the Blink Ravage comes. But even then, it's the rest of the team you've got to worry about. Rabbit is not going to take these heroes down alone. And they're just waiting. They're smoked up. They're smoked up. Ice, he has been revealed. Does he go in for this one? No, concussive shot. Gonna ward him back a bit. But they've also got the Wraith King to go in. He's got his level 2 ultimate. And now he does. Straight on the Rabbit. No blink for you. And the follow-up can come. The Doom actually is off cooldown and it's available for Ice. So he can't get off the secondary Rabbit that he's prepared from earlier. And, well, it doesn't seem to matter for now. DK still able to work on the racks here. The Sniper's out of the fight. It's a lot of the counter push for LGD gone. And they will take the tier 3 mid. DK, though, they want more. They want racks off of this. And now they've got Ravage ready. They can jump forward if they really want to, and they will. It connects on 2. GG! GG! DK never looked back after the lane. They really ran away with this one.
The gold wasn't in the favor of LGD for a single second the whole game through. You can't really see that now, but
it was just a horizontal line
the whole game. DK looks like a team that came in today to win and to prove themselves that yesterday's game where they lost, they don't want to get into that situation again. They just want to win the games early and very effectively. Beautiful performance from the whole team, and I liked the draft from LGD, but it showed the clear weakness that their lanes had right from the start. You said DK were winning all 3 lanes, which they were, and the moment LGD's lineup gets on the